Hey guys, Andrew here with DrewFit. I want to thank you for tuning in. Today's video, getting the body out of a stress state so you can begin to heal. Now, there's many ways to go about this. I only listed my 7 ideas that I came up with earlier that I think, just over a broad spectrum of people can begin to incorporate. And when I'm talking about lowering stress, I'm talking about the biology of somebody that has elevated stress hormones and other hormones that should be a little bit higher that are downregulated, things like progesterone, testosterone, DHT, and then we can talk about estrogen, cortisol, adrenaline, all those being extremely elevated in a lot of people. And incorporate these things I'm going to be talking about to help get the body to homeostasis, a healthy point. So number one, jump right into it. Obviously, this is the most basic. You want to help or try to remove the said stress in your life as much as possible. And that can be many sources, whether it's work related, relationship related, friendship related, excess exercise, things like that. You want to get your body to a state where you're not constantly putting it into this hamster wheel of stress, doing a job that you hate, that you're taking crap from people all day. You want to remove yourself from that environment and get yourself to an environment that's going to be healthy for you so you can begin on this journey of healing. And another one that goes along with that, this one's another pretty obvious one, is getting quality sleep. And the things I'll talk about later will help with sleep quality, because I know that's a big issue for a lot of people, whether you're getting any disturbances through your full night of sleep, you're waking up 2 or 3 times throughout the night, things like that, or you can't even fall asleep, which really sucks. We've all been there, but really focusing on good sleep hygiene is going to be important. And if you don't tackle those two, you really have no shot at becoming the healthiest version of yourself. So remove said stress and get quality sleep. Number 2, I talked about this a little bit, excess exercise and not getting enough calories. I think we live in a culture today where people think you have to be killing yourself in the gym 5, 6, 7 days a week, be in a constant caloric deficit to get this shredded physique, which is great and all if you're going for like a short-term goal, but just long-term longevity and health, it's just not a feasible option. And I've been there before. I've done exercise programs, or I've worked out 7 days a week, and I felt like absolute garbage. And it catches up to you the older you get. So if you're somebody that is dealing with lots of stress in your life, I wouldn't even try to make heavy lifting a priority just yet. Maybe just walking around the block or going on like a 1-mile walk outside is enough for some of these people that are really dealing with a lot of stress in their life to get the ball rolling. Then eventually you want to work yourself to a point where you can handle heavy lifting in the gym 2 or 3 times a week. Anything excess of that, I just don't think it's feasible. Just through personal experience and some light coaching that I've done with people that they come to me like that. I'm tanked. I'm working out 5 days a week, doing a body part each day for an hour a day, and I just feel tanked. And I get them on a program that's 2 or 3 days a week, and they're not only getting better results, but they're feeling a lot better. They're getting a lot better quality sleep. So pay attention to how exercise is affecting you. I know some people that can do a heavy lifting day and they'll feel it for 4 or 5 days, and have to stay out of the gym, and then they'll start to kind of normalize. But excess exercise really gets overlooked because of the culture that we live in today. And then again, make sure you're getting enough calories. There's always this grind mode to want to become so shredded that you're eating 1,500 or 2,000 calories. Find the caloric intake that you want to achieve your goal, whether you're trying to put on muscle mass or lose a little bit of weight, but adhere to the goal. Stick with the caloric intake on a consistent basis. And don't let yourself get excessively hungry, because all that's going to do is upregulate a lot of those stress hormones that we're trying to regulate and get into a healthy range. So excess exercise, not enough calories, make sure you're paying attention to that. Number 3, reduce PUFA, polyunsaturated fatty acids. There's a lot of information on this and how it inhibits glucose oxidation and really downregulates a lot of cellular function, which also happens to increase a lot of hormones, whether it's serotonin, estrogen, and downregulate things like progesterone and testosterone. So pay attention to your polyunsaturated fatty acid intake. Obviously you can't eliminate it completely, but stop eating out at restaurants that are using so many of these cooking oils. do more home-cooked meals, use healthy saturated fats like coconut oil or butter or ghee, things like that. And just pay attention to that. And you can take some supplements like vitamin E as well as aspirin that help mitigate the damages and actually enhance cellular function that's been impacted by consumption of polyunsaturated fatty acids. I take about 500 milligrams of vitamin E a day, and then probably 1 gram of aspirin every night. This helps with glucose metabolism. So reduce PUFA, vitamin E, and aspirin. That's number 3. Number 4, I'll touch on this a little bit. Try to focus on calcium to phosphorus ratio. A lot of people are definitely not getting enough calcium in their diet. And what excess phosphorus, that comes from whether you're eating too much, inflammatory proteins, oats. A lot of foods contain high amounts of phosphorus. And I have a note here, too much phosphorus can increase inflammation, tissue atrophy, calcification of blood vessels, leading to things like dementia, Alzheimer's, and really messes with a lot of the functions of organs. So how do you overcome that? By balancing it with calcium. Get good quality dairy products, whether it's milk, whether it's cheese. I don't know, there's a long list. Dairy is fantastic in my opinion. Just make sure you're getting high quality dairy when you're going to be doing that. Ice cream is another good one. But balancing the calcium to phosphorus ratio will seem to help a lot, especially in the digestion area for myself. But again, it helps with inflammation and tissue atrophy. Number 5, prioritize anti-inflammatory amino acids. This is a huge one, and I kind of got away from it. I'm not sure why, but incorporating things that have anti-inflammatory amino acids really balance the protein composition when we're eating a lot of eggs, red meats, things like that, that aren't that high in these anti-inflammatory amino acids. And the way you're going to get this is through gelatinous bone broth is my favorite way to do this. You can either make it at home or buy some quality brands at the health food store. You can supplement glycine, gelatin, collagen. This is a fantastic way to do that and really slows down the aging process and helps downregulate a lot of those stress hormones and upregulate a lot of the healthy hormones that we want. So prioritize anti-inflammatory amino acids. Number 6, reduce gut inflammation. This one's pretty simple. You obviously want to be eating a diet that agrees with you, something that, you're going to the bathroom 1 to 3 times a day, depending on your caloric intake. If you're somebody that is dealing with constipation or your food's not digesting as it should, you're getting bloating after eating, you really want to look at the quality of foods that you're eating. Are you eating too many starchy carbohydrates that are causing you to bloat? Are you eating too many inflammatory foods, meats? You're not getting enough bone broth, things like that. Just take a look at your diet. Eat foods that agree with you. Eat foods that are going to be easily digestible. And another thing you can incorporate is a daily carrot salad. What you're going to do is skin a carrot the long ways, melt some coconut oil, sea salt, and put a little white vinegar on there. And this helps lower serotonin within the stomach by eliminating endotoxin in the digestive system. And when you lower serotonin in your stomach, you're going to upregulate things like dopamine, progesterone, testosterone, things like that, because serotonin, which is very high in the digestive system, especially in people that have an unhealthy digestive system, are going to get an excess of serotonin, and that's really going to downregulate a lot of those healthy hormones. So that's something you want to pay attention to. And last but not least, I don't know why I'm so tongue twisted today. Number 7, get sun exposure, especially red light in the morning. I've talked about this in a lot of my videos. Sun exposure not only increases vitamin D, but it helps regulate certain hormones like melatonin, which help put you to sleep at night. And there's just great benefit to getting in the sun. I recommend starting slow until you build up a solar callus to where you can stand out in the sun. I can stay out there about 6-7 hours a day and not really be impacted. I don't get sunburnt. But again, you want to work up to that, start slow. And if you're somebody that can't get into the sun that much, try to prioritize getting in the sunrise, in the sunset. Let it hit you in your eyes, your face. Take your shirt off, get as much of your skin in that red light as you can, and you'll have great benefit when doing that. Or you could also purchase a red light. The reputable company that I've been recommending people is Gamba Red, G-E-M-B-A red light. They have fantastic products, very low flicker, so you're not dealing with a high flicker rate. And I can talk about that in another video, but those are my top 7 tips for, getting your body out of a stress state so you can begin to heal. If you have any questions or comments or other ideas you want to touch on, drop a comment in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.